1418. Incredible us.
Hi, I'm Sukanys Bhagi from 1418, India's first exclusive platform for 14 to 18 years old. I'm a psychologist by profession and I work on developing curriculum and content. Today, I'll be talking to you about bullying. Now, let's start with understanding what is bullying. Bullying is when somebody uses mean, threatening, and derogatory ways to try and dominate you, to leave you out on purpose. It includes either physical or emotional. So there are two types of bullying: physical bullying and emotional bullying. Now we all know about physical bullying. It includes ways such as hitting somebody, pushing them, slapping somebody, and in fact taking someone's belongings without their permission or even hiding their belongings. And the other way is emotional. Emotional includes ways of mocking somebody, embarrassing somebody on purpose, doing things which are hurtful to them, and also leaving them out on purpose. So anything including sending them mean messages, making fun of their body, or making fun of what they do, where they live, etc. comes under emotional bullying. Now let's understand that bullying can happen to anyone at any point in time. It can happen to you, it can also happen with adults. So bullying is something that happens anytime, anywhere. Now let's understand some examples of bullying. Bullying includes a lot of mean and aggressive ways to try and dominate another person, such as ways of mocking somebody, making fun of somebody, making fun of the way somebody walks. Also, it includes sending mean messages to somebody, derogatory comments on their pictures, and also threatening messages or messages which are aimed at insulting somebody. So all these are different examples of bullying. Now, the most important thing is, earlier bullying used to happen physically, but right now that we are always on our phones, we are always on our computers, cyberbullying happens a lot. Cyberbullying is when somebody uses the mode of internet, somebody uses computer or mobile phones to try and harm somebody else, to threaten them, to insult them, to embarrass them, or to just hurt them in any way possible. So that is what cyberbullying is. Now, cyberbullying is even more dangerous than physical bullying. Why? Because we are always on our computers and phone. The person who bullies you, the person who's trying to bully somebody else, they have access to you 24/7 because they can come online anytime, and if they want to bully somebody, they'll just bully somebody, right? So cyberbullying is naturally more dangerous. And the worst part is that cyberbullies, they can easily hide behind a fake profile and they don't even have to face another person, which makes it easy for them to bully another person. Now, I can genuinely understand how bullying feels. It makes somebody feel sad, embarrassed, guilty, upset, and scared, and in fact anxious. Bullying is never acceptable. It's never cool. It's never okay. It's never ever acceptable. Bullying is something which is wrong, which is derogatory, and it is something that nobody should ever do. Now, one question a lot of people of your age ask me is, why do people bully? When we know that bullying is something which shouldn't be done, why do people even bully? So let's understand it this way. People who bully others, they are usually scared and anxious people. These people are trying to hide their own problems, their own emotions by engaging in activities of bullying. They usually have low confidence, they're usually suffering from anger problems, and they don't have any good way to take out their anger. They don't know healthy ways to cope up with their emotions. And as a result of it, they often engage in bullying activities and they want somebody else to suffer with them. And that is the reason why people bully. But it's also important to understand that bullying has some serious consequences. A lot of time people think that it's okay to bully, it's just fun and kya ho gaya, kuch nahi hota. Also, a lot of time people give reasons like, hey, I was just kidding, I was just joking, it was just meant to be in a fun way. But bullying is dangerous. It has severe consequences for both the person who bullies and for the person who gets bullied. So for the person who gets bullied, that person feels sad, embarrassed, anxious, for what is happening with them, it can lead to depression, it can lead to isolation, it can lead to anxiety, it can also harm their academic life, their relationship, their family life. It can harm them in severe ways, and these people, they start doubting themselves, their confidence gets impacted, their self-esteem gets impacted. So that is something which should never happen to anybody ever. In fact, the person who bullies, bullying is an offense. It is something which can be reported. It is something which deserves punishment. So the person who bullies can also get severe punishments, and it can spoil their life. It can impact their life in severe ways. So bullying has consequences. Now, the good news is that there are some ways we can always use to deal with bullying. First important thing that we need to understand is that we should never blame ourselves. So, a lot of time what happens is, say somebody is getting bullied and they start blaming themselves. They start feeling guilty about what is happening to them. And they think that it's because of them that somebody is trying to bully them, which is wrong. So you don't have to blame yourself for what is happening to you. Instead, take responsibility for what is happening to you. Take an action against it. Don't blame yourself ever, because it's not your fault. Bully is the problem, you are not the problem. So never ever feel guilty about what is happening to you. The second most important way is manage stress. So we know that bullying is something that generally makes people feel anxious, depressed, and stressed out. So it is important that we find ways to manage stress when we are being bullied. So either we take out time, go for a walk, do some healthy exercises, go for outing with our friends, spend time with families, basically do everything that gives us happiness, everything that helps us to manage our stress. So that is very important. Always know healthy and positive ways to manage your stress. And one important thing is, a lot of time people who get bullied, they think that they might be able to deal with their stress by bullying somebody else, and it becomes a chain. Person A bullies person B bullies person C, which is unhealthy, which is bad, which is negative. So we should never try to do that, and instead we should find healthy ways to take out our anger, healthy ways to deal with our emotions, something that is constructive, something that helps us to live our life in a more fulfilling and happy manner. The next important thing is, we all need to find trusted adults in our life. So trusted adults are people you can trust, you can depend on, you can go for advice, you can seek their support, and if something bad happens to you, you can always tell them, and they will be there for you. So trusted adults could be anybody. It could be your grandparents, it could be your parents, it could be your elder siblings, or it could be a trustworthy teacher also. So it's very important that we identify our trusted adults, and whenever something happens, the first person we go to is our trusted adults. So guys, always know who are your trusted adults in life. The next important thing is that trusted adults could also be counselors and psychologists. A lot of time we need a professional help. We need somebody to tell us what is happening, somebody to help us process our feelings. So in such times, going to a counselor, going to a psychologist really helps. So even they could be your trusted adults. The next important thing that we need to understand is that, as I said, bullying can also happen on internet, and that is the easiest mode of bullying, and it is super dangerous. So we need to understand, if we are being bullied on the internet, if somebody is trying to harm us on the internet by probably sending some pictures which are not okay, which are uncomfortable, posting something on our pages, on our timelines, creating hate pages, or sending bad messages, negative messages, or posting hurtful comments. So we need to know that on internet we need to save ourselves, and how we do that is, never ever take revenge. If somebody is bullying you and you think that maybe taking a revenge would help, that would never help, and that would only make the issue more worse. So what you have to do is always go to a trusted adult. Let them know what is happening with you. Report abuse this person who is bullying you. Try and avoid and ignore this person. Don't get into interactions with them. Don't go into conversations with them. Rather seek help from trusted adults. And trusted adults would take it to the right authority. They would definitely take some actions against these people. The another important thing is that always take screenshots, take evidence of what is happening to you if online, because it becomes easy to report such matters when you have evidence. So say somebody sends you a message which is threatening, which is not okay, which is negative, so always take a screenshot and give it to your trusted adults, so that it's easier for them to report it to other authorities, to the relevant authorities. So make sure you do that. Make sure you're safe on the internet, right? The next important thing is we need to remember that if we don't want somebody else to bully us, because we know that bullying feels bad, it can harm our mental health, it can harm us, we also need to make sure that we don't bully somebody else, right? Because bullying is never okay. Doesn't matter who is doing it, where is it happening, it's not cool, it's not okay at all. So always be empathetic, understand how other people are feeling and how would they feel if you're being mean to them, which is not a right thing to do. So be empathetic, be there for other people always. And the final point, know that you're not alone. You're never alone. You have the potential to stand up for yourself. You have the potential to stand against a bully. You have the potential to stand up for your friends who are being bullied. So you're never alone. Seek help, seek support. Don't keep it to yourself. Have conversations. Tell your trusted adults, and that you have the potential to lead. You have the potential to stand for what is right and to stand against what is wrong. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I'll see you soon with another video. If you like this video, don't forget to share and subscribe to 1418, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
1418. Incredible us.